What's up, agents, and welcome back to another Division video. We are mid-Lincoln Memorial, and there's something I wanted to show you. I'm a big fan of Hunter's Fury. You know, everybody who watches this channel knows this, but there's something what we can do this season now which is absolutely wild with the modifiers. I'm just going to kind of demonstrate this now. You would think I was playing CC, to be perfectly honest.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Alright, we need to move on to the next room to just demonstrate it a little bit better than what happened then. But the overdrive is wild. I probably should have a different backpack on as well, to be perfectly honest, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. There's more of a scanning situation I wanted to show you. So I'm going to put that in the middle of the room. It's got to just start burning everything. Again, it's burning everything, and my overdrive is just constantly capped because of it. Like, it's just wild. It's constantly overcharged as well, which gives it a huge distance. Is it coming with me? Better I'd do. We need it. I'm gonna put it in here. Oh, don't tell me it's broke. Alright, so it can't handle indoors. We're gonna have to just wait 19 seconds. It's fine. We got this. They won't find us. We'll just admire how cool I look. Five, four, three. No, this is not some kind of OnlyFans countdown. I know what you're all thinking. Alright, off you go. Scan things, please. Thank you for being on fire. They're on fire. You heard the noise, the ding. More noise, more fire. Guys, come down here so I can kill you, please. I know you're on fire, but... It's just wild. It's an absolute wild way to keep your overdrive up and be an absolute CC fest. I really don't even feel... Usually when I'm by myself, I'll run Bloodsucker so that I've got some survivability. I don't even feel like I need to do that with this build. And it's not really the build, right? The build's just a Hunter's Fury build, right? Look at this here. You can see it here. I often run a PS piece because it gives me 10% armor on kill. I would usually run Gunner for another 10% armor on kill. And if I felt like I really wanted an easy time, I would run Bloodsucker here, either with the Liquid Engineer, or I could roll it onto my group, or, you know, whatever. With a variety of SMGs. I like the Dark Winter, it's one of the best ones, but you could run the Ouroboros, you could run the Oxpecker, you could run the Chatterbox, whatever you want. We're pretty spoiled for choice when it comes for SMGs. But what it is I'm talking about is if you run the TAC 50 specialization and we go into the correct type of pulse, the Tactician drone. So you can see here that the range on this is 55 meters. But then when it's overcharged, it actually goes plus an extra 40 meters as well, which is absolutely wild. I probably could mod it better. It's probably modded for duration. So we could put an extra duration on it for this one because we're running that correct one. We might as well. We could add a 20% scan range, which I didn't. And then I haven't got a good mod for that. So at this point now, we've made it even crazier than what we've just seen. 65 meter range with an overcharge would we go up to an extra 40% range. so 105 meters, and it's often overcharged because of the modifiers. So I chose to run overdrive because I want the weapon damage and I want the rate of fire and the unlimited ammo. It's just insane. But you could run whatever you want here. But the three passive ones that you definitely need to have: critical hits, give you 40% to grant 1% momentum. Just makes sense with this build. But then microwave coils. So up to 4 enemies affected by pulse now receive the burn status effect. And it pulses a lot. So we get 5% bonus momentum for every hostile that is affected as well. Meaning it's really, really easy to keep it up. It pulses more than any other pulsed attack drone. It's just really, really good. And then obviously we've got enemies scanned with the pulse, get 25% for the blacklist mark. That just makes us keep our momentum up even more. You probably don't need this one, to be perfectly honest. You probably could put critical recovery on and get some recovery in there as well if you really wanted to. But totally up to you. Or a fortified shield if you're going to use a shield instead of a reviver hive because you feel that confident that you're not going to die. But this is the build, and it's just pretty insane. Like I said, I'm running the Dark Winter. My stats are 59 crit chance, 164% critical hit damage. The Dark Winter is just awesome because Perfect Killer gives us 90% critical hit damage for 10 seconds. Crit chance, extra rounds, and a critical hit damage mod, and a critical chance mod as well. The reason being, the bottom one here is 10% critical hit damage. It's a no-brainer. Extra deeps. Chest piece here, Palisade for the 10% armor on kill, crit chance, crit damage with obliterate. Feel free to have a red core on that if you're lucky enough to have it like I am. Then Grupo for 13% critical hit damage, weapon damage, crit chance, crit damage with unstoppable force. Because the chances are of us being hit, it just makes more sense to run unstoppable force than it does to run vigilance. And then we're going to use 4-piece Hunter's Fury because we get SMG damage, armor on kill, Apex Predator, which is just awesome for damage, weapon damage, crit chance, crit damage. Gloves, weapon damage, crit damage. Knees, weapon damage, crit damage. And with the holster, weapon damage, crit damage. It's just a really good build anyway. It's one of the best builds in the game. But now the fact that we have this pulse CC as well to add to it just makes it that one step crazier. Hunter's Fury is already amazing. This just makes it so much better. And yeah, makes the whole life just a bit easier. The tac pulse works better in outside situations than it does in inside situations for some reason. But yeah, it's just absolutely wild. Like, such a lot of fun. Now, feel free to like, share, comment, and subscribe if you want to know. I'm just going to run this outside section one more time here, just to see how the improved range is on it. That I put on, if I have to move it or I don't have to move it, because that's what I was doing a little bit. You'll see me moving it around as and when I needed to, because it's a little bit more difficult inside to play with. But let's just see.
We need you to secure the memorial and remove the True Sons forces. They maintain this outpost. The True Sons will be a direct threat to the campus.
Yeah, I mean, that's great already. Look at that. Already just randomly burning everywhere. No.
Serious trauma detected.
Oh,
Agent down.
this is why you should run a liquid engineer. Tickle. The speed is just wild on the gun. So wild. But yeah, it's just great. Really good. Just be a little bit careful with it on inside situations, but yeah, it's going to add to your CC capability and you're going to have no issues keeping your overdrive up. See you in the next one, agents. Bye bye.